Hello, my name is Martha Howe. I'm glad you are here with me again today. We are going to do some bar work, so grab your weights if you have them, a cushion for any bony parts when you're lying down, a glider, or if you have like a paper towel or just like a little cloth that you can slide under your foot, and then of course your chair for your bar and your mat. We are going to start parallel, so your feet are making like an equal sign. Nice and tall through the spine. We're going to circle the arms up, get a nice opening stretch through the spine, and here we're going to dive down. So you're going to keep your hips really lengthened through the back and through the legs, and release the arms down. Bend into your knees here, and stretch the legs. Good. Bend and extend. This helps us warm up across the ankles, the knees, the hips, the back. Gives us a chance to kind of be a little bit upside down, releasing the neck and the spine, and getting into just a little bit of mobility and a deeper connection with the core. We'll bend the knees, walk our hands out to our plank position. Hold that plank position and start to draw some circles here. So you're shifting your weight across the hands, across the feet, kind of just rocking back and forth, and reverse your direction. You can do this on your knees as well, and just kind of shift that weight across the hands and the knees instead. Draw your hips back, stretching through the shoulders here, getting a little bit of more of a deeper stretch into the shoulders and the hips. We're going to step one leg forward into a lunge, and in your lunge, making sure your knee is over your heel. Here we stretch the leg a little bit straight, doesn't have to be all the way, and go for a little bit of a lunge. This is light, not super deep, just some movement. You can start to go a little bit straighter if that's more comfortable. Just feeling those muscles activating and the movement across the hips and the legs. We rotate here and we keep our weight toward that same leg and feel a little opening stretch into that inner thigh. We're going to shift side to side here. So before we go to our other side, we'll just stay here for a little bit and do a gentle shift. Again, you want to connect in with your breath, and you're being nice and easy across the joints here, so nothing forced. Getting that movement across the hips. Then we'll stay to our other leg, and here's where we'll rotate. Again, finding that lunge position, make any adjustments, and here we go into a little bit of stretch and a little bit of a bend. Opening and closing. You can lift through those toes or keep the toes down of your forward leg. Here I'm going to come back to my lunge, take my hands down onto my mat, and take that leg back to the plank we were just in before. Lower your knees down, pull your hips back, and stretch for a moment across that mid and low back. Notice the reach of your hands away from the body to lengthen across your shoulders. And you'll carefully roll yourselves upright. Come forward into an all fours position. And we'll go opposite arm and leg, taking a little balance before we get into some deeper movement. So one arm reaching, opposite leg reaching. Here we're going to bend the knee and the elbow toward each other and extend back out. We have a couple more. Last one. Switch to the other side. Same thing. Three, two, last one. Lower it down. Tuck those toes under. Draw the hips back into your downward dog. Now don't worry if it's not your like deepest downward dog. Just tread through the feet here for a little bit. One heel down, one heel up, bending across the knees. You can kind of sink into your hips side to side a little bit if you'd like as well. And breathe into all of that. We're going to walk our feet to our hands and roll up. And as you do, take your time, one vertebrae at a time. Feel the stretch across the muscles alongside your back until you come all the way upright. Grab your weights. As soon as you have your weights in hand, legs are in an externally rotated position, so the knees are kind of pointing over the toes. We're going to bend into our knees and reach those arms up and over. I'm rotating through my shoulder here as I go. And now, as we do our arms here, feel free to do any variation. Feel free to not have weights if that fatigues out the neck. You want to find that right workout for you every time. Looking to challenge yourself, but also knowing where you need to go light. We'll do 2 more here. Getting deep into those hips. Last one, we're going to stay down a little bit and reach side to side. Hopefully you've got some music on at home, wherever you're at, so you can get into a little bit of rhythm with this. Reach and press. Good, when you mix it up, we're going to open and close. 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Now you can keep both of your weights in the same hand or just one weight each hand. And then we're going to punch across. Go low toward the knee, high to the sky. Keep that rotation through the hips. Get a little bend into the legs. You can make this more challenging that way. Or if you want less challenge, legs stay straight. And we're going to stay up and we're going to punch it up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to switch sides. And then same thing, punch across and up. Now you should be feeling that rotational pull across the front and back of the body. We want to warm up into our obliques and those muscles in and through the waistline. You can get a little bit deeper. Go for it. We'll do 1 more and we're going to punch it out. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms, we do a little bicep curl. As I curl, I'm going to go a little deeper. Feel free to add that plie through the legs or not. Good, we're going to hold here, a little pulse. 2, 1. See if you can stay down. Punch high. Add a little rotation to it. Go a little bit right in front of you. Punch it out. Go a little bit lower. Okay, now we're going to lean over here. Notice I turned my legs in. When you lean, your back is long, and then draw your elbows back. When you draw your elbows back, then you'll alternate straight arms and bent. Feel the scapula, those are your shoulder blades, moving on your back. We have 2 more. Abs are strong. 1 more. Good. Open and close in front. Breathe it out. You can go back to your rotation and get a little bit deeper with each one if you'd like. We have 4 more. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go over and under. How are we feeling? Hopefully we're feeling good. You're feeling it in the arms. We're gonna reach side to side. I really like to connect my breath into it. That means I get more from my abs. And you know, breathing is always good for the body. We're gonna go down and reach it up. Down and up. Breathe it in, breathe it out. 2 more. Last one. All right. Hopefully you get some good warmth. Moving through the body now. I'm gonna grab a quick drink. Okay, we are going to come to our chair. I'm gonna move my mat for this. And you might need it or not, up to you. Coming to the bar here, taking your first position. Heels together, toes apart. We bend into the knees, lift the heels, stretch the legs straight, and lower. We're only gonna do this one more time. Then we're gonna reverse it, rise up, plie, heels down, and lengthen. Last one, up, plie, heels down, and lengthen. Come to a parallel position, and now same thing. We start bending, heels rise, legs lengthen, and lower. 1 more. Then we reverse it, rise up, and plie, and heels, and stretch, up, plie, heels, and stretch. Coming back to my first position, I'm gonna bend into that demi, and then I'm gonna step aside to a grand. So I go first position and second position. You can go a little lighter here and a little deeper here if you'd like. You wanna be careful that you're keeping yourself balanced between the legs. So what I mean is that you don't want to shift over so much that your weight is shifted toward one leg. Find your center and then bring it back. Which isn't always easy to do, but do your best. Keep your abs strong. We'll go one more time. This is it. So that was about 8 to 10. We'll keep our bend, our demi, and then we're gonna lift and lower through the heels. Lift and lower. We'll do 5 more like this. 5 and 4 and 3, 2. We're gonna stay lifted. 1, hold it here, we pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold this here, little pulse. 3, 2, 1. Lengthen up. You can have your hand on the bar if you need it. 3, 2, 1, and rise. Nice and tall in the spine here. 3, 2, 1, and rise. Hold tight to the abs. And 3, 2, 1. Rise. We have 1 more set. 3, 2, 1. Rise. Come back to your plie. Hold the plie. Keep the lift in the heels. Open and close the legs. Try not to lose your balance. Think of lengthening through the top of the head. Good. That was our last one. Stretch it straight. Find your balance. You're going to pull your pubic bone slightly forward. Rise up through the spine. Change your focus. See something different in the room. Keep your abs strong as you do it. Feel free to see if you can take that weight out of one foot, finding that bounce, zipping up through the abs, and then shake that out, lower it down. We switch the position of the chair, or in your home, you might just be able to turn around. We're gonna come to a parallel position this time. So we plie here, and then we step aside and plie. So it's gonna be a little bit different because we are in a parallel. we aren't going to go as deep as we normally would. Try, as you're doing this, to make sure that your knees don't drop in toward each other. Keep them really stable so you're active through the inner and outer thigh. Still, we want to push through those feet, lengthen through the legs. We'll do a few more. 2 more. 1 more. This is that one. Then we bring it in. Good. Now here we're going to lift and lower through those heels. Lift and lower. Now if you have a cushion or something you want to place between those knees and give a little extra squeeze as you lift through the heels, please do so. That would add a little bit to it. You can fold a small cushion up in half to use it, or if you have a small ball, fantastic, use that. 3, 2, we rise up, we stay up, we pulse. 10, 9, 8, keep those heels lifted. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to keep 3 pulses. 3, 2, 1, and stretch it up straight. And 3, 2, 1, and stretch it straight. And activate the abs. 2, 1, and straight. And 3, 2, 1, and straight. 3, my balance. It's really challenging me today. Last one, hold here. Then take a moment, look around your space, see something, and now see if you can shift your weight into your standing leg. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Goal is to find that balance. It's very dynamic, trying to draw up through the center of the body. Shake out through your feet if you'd like. Take a moment, do a quick stretch back, bending into that back leg as well as stretching it straight, both sides. I'm going to reposition my bar. You can do what you need to do on your end. Okay, here we come back to our first position. Now from that first position, you're going to take your outside leg and just step it right in front, maybe 6 or 8 inches. So you're still rotated, but your path is just a little bit different, like you're in the middle of walking. We're going to bend into our knees, and as we do, really trying to keep our balance between the legs. So we're not forward and out of that hill or back, but we're right in between. So this is our kind of our loose 4th position. We're going to rise up, hold this position. Now you can work on your balance here if you'd like. You can keep your hand at the bar. You can add a weight. We're going to plie and rise. Sorry, we're going to keep our heels down and lift up. We're keeping our plie the whole time. We'll do 5 more like this. Really feeling those quads working for us. Still trying to work that turnout, keeping our hips so they're pointing straight forward. 2. Now we hold this and we're going to pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7. Now my heels are lifted, my legs are starting to shake. If that's happening for you, great, you're on the right path. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now stretch your legs straight, keep your heels lifted, and rotate. So now you're in just like a small 2nd position. Your legs are just a little bit wider, and if you'd like, you can step them a little wider. We're going to bend into the knees, stretch the legs straight, keep the heels lifted. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Now I'm trying to find some depth here, and that might work for you or it might not. So going to that place of depth that does work for you, we don't want to hurt the knees. Keep those knees in line with the toes. We'll do 2 more. 1 more. We're going to hold here and pulse, of course, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I am shaking today. 1. Stretch it straight. Now you're going to rotate, reposition if you need to. Then you're back at the top here. We bend into the knees. We lower and lift those heels. Lower and lift. I'm going to just keep turning around. You keep doing what you're doing. Lower and lift. We have kept this bend in the knees a lot here, so you should be feeling something through the legs. 3 and 2. Then we rise up and we're gonna pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch it straight. We rotate, so you'll rotate back to your chair. Find that rotated position. Keep those heels lifted. Bend and extend. Bend and extend. Now you might have your hands on your chair in front of you. I'm just using the wall. You can feel free to add a weight, to change your arm or arms. We have 5 and 4, 3. We're gonna stay down at 1. Keep that there, pulse. 10, 9, 8, lift those heels. 7, 6, let the legs shake. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch it straight and shake it out. How are your legs? Maybe you've got legs still. And so that was a breeze for you, right? I'm gonna grab a little drink. And then we're gonna grab our slider. So sliders, gliders, you might have them. Some people have used like a paper plate and it's worked. I prefer just a little easy cushion under my foot, light and easy. So here, we come back to a parallel position. You're gonna focus on your knees as you do this, and you can have your weights in your hands. Because as you take that leg to the side, you don't wanna pull across that knee joint. Instead, you wanna pull through the inner thigh. So you're gonna pull those legs together. Take it out, bring it in. Now, if you go super far and you're straining, then walk your leg in toward your moving leg so that you don't strain out through the inner thigh. Now, I put a tiny bend into my knees here just to stay out of the joint, which you can feel free to do as well. As I'm drawing my leg in, I'm engaging my abs and exhaling out. That just means more from the workout for me. 2 more. 1 more. Now this time I'm gonna rotate and bend into my leg here. So I rotate, I still have my weights in hand. My legs are still pointing toward my camera and then I draw it back in. We rotate, we pull that back in. Use the inner thighs. Engage the abs. If you want to do something different with the arms, feel free to. You can open and close if you'd like. We have 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Good, now we're gonna take that out, slide that out. Hold here and do a little bend and extend. Just getting a little bit deeper into that leg. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna pull that all the way back in. Now keeping that same foot, we rotate. And now here, we draw back. The arms can go back as that leg goes back. Long spine. If you want more from the arms, you might try a little bend and extend. You could even think of going overhead for more overhead challenge. Two more. One more. We're gonna slide that back. Bend into our back knee so we're really upright through the body. Lift through our forward heel and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the heel, stretch that straight, and bring it in. Here's where we switch sides. So we're coming back to that parallel. The leg goes out and in. Now you can mix up the arms overhead, draw it back in front, out to the side, to the back. Lots of options here. We have 4 and 3, 2, 1. You're going to bring that in. Now this time we rotate and we bend into it and we draw that back. Use the inner thigh, pushing out of that leg. Everything coming back to center. Use your breath. Nice, everybody. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to stay out here. We're going to bend and extend. Now, if you want to, you can move the arms. Extend. Just showing a lot of different options for the way you can do your arms. We have 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Then we're going to pull that back in. Here's where we rotate. You have your ball of your foot onto that, and then we slide back. Long lunge. Pull that in. Breathe it out. You can use those weights. You can do all of this without weights, just to get some more mobility and activation through the arms. If you keep your arms up the entire time, you'll still feel it. We have 4 more, 3 more. Feel those abs. 2 more, 1 more. We take this one back. We bend into that back knee. We come upright. We lift in our forward heel and we pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that heel. Bring that in. And it should be feeling pretty good here. I'm going to put my weights down. I want to do another series with you, standing here at the bar. And in this one, we take the leg back behind. We're going to lift that leg up. So we start from this lifted position. And think like an arc. You're going to go up and over to one corner, up and over to the other corner. 9 more of these. And 8. And 7. Now I've been very vague, I didn't mention, we're in a parallel here. So my toes are pointing forward in my standing leg, and in my working leg, I'm not rotating here. I'm trying to keep my parallel. That means the knees and toes are facing toward the floor. 2 more. 1 more. Good, now keep that parallel, lean into it, and little pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to bend your knee in, still in that parallel position. See that from the front? Then we lift and lower, lift and lower. Now you can go straight leg up and down for more challenge. We have 5 more. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. You can do this bent leg still. Last one. Hold it here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Should be feeling that. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we bring it in. Woo-wee. To the other side. Back to that parallel. We lean forward. In parallel, we don't have as much range through the back, so it's important that you get that lean. Then we go for the arc. Little rainbow. Whew. Getting some heat in the body. We're doing 10 of these. That was 5, so we have 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And going to keep that leg lifted and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Notice I'm not going very high. 3, 2, 1. We're going to bend that knee in. And here's where we lift to the side and lower. You can do that bent or straight. Straight, I like to flex my foot. We have 5, and 4, and 3, 2. We're gonna hold this next one up and hold it here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Wonderful work. Here, we're gonna cross the ankle with the knee. Sit back into it from the side. I'm just doing, it's almost like I'm gonna sit into this chair. Get a good stretch through that side glute. Then we'll do the other side. Starting to sweat here. Good, now when you have done both those sides, chairs off to the side, we're gonna do just some stretching. And then this was a good solid leg series. We did some arms as well. But if you want to get into your core a little bit more, I have a few Pilates mat videos that are more focused on the abs. So you can pair this with one of those exercise vids, and that way you'll have a more full workout. This is about 30 minutes that we've just done. So if you want more from the core, then get one of those. There's 25-minute videos, there's 12-minute videos, and that way you feel balanced. We're gonna reach those hands to the floor here, stretch it out. Feel free to reach those fingers to one side. And reach to the other side. And bend those knees, and we go back to that kind of shift side to side. Last one. Bending those knees and rolling up. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you for another round again very soon. Take care.